Well, good evening everyone once again. Welcome to HEMR Mod Railway Live number 24. We are very much nearly at a quarter century of these now. And today, as on the main screen that you have just seen briefly there, we have not got a specific plan for today. All I would like to basically say when we get into the stream properly, as is on the agenda, I'm going to do a brief thank you for 350 subscribers, sorry. We're going to talk a little bit about plans for the 400 subscriber special, and I want to see if I can put out there my new goal, which is to hopefully, it's an unlikely goal considering we have 2 months left, but now that I am back on YouTube doing the streams, attracting a couple more viewers and subscribers, I do want to see if we can set a slightly unrealistic but would be amazing goal to actually achieve. We've got there. I'm going to see if we can hit 400 subscribers by the end of 2023. I don't think we will, purely because, well, I just don't think it's possible, but I'm going to stick it out there as a goal anyway. So as Joe very helpfully said earlier in the stream, which I do often forget, I am actually going to remember to play the intro today, so I'll see you in about 13 seconds everyone, and I do hope you enjoy the stream. Well, I've actually remembered it today, so that's always a bonus. Let's just see who's in the chat. Northern Transport Hub Joe is in, Jaden from On the Main Line is in, Kurt from the Model Shed is in. Thank you all very much indeed for joining. There's been some discussion I noticed in the chat about OBS versus StreamYard. It is in the back of my head at some point to do a tutorial on OBS. Now I have been doing it for quite some time, and now that I am actually become familiar with it, and dare I say good at using it when I remember to press the right buttons and don't scroll through 3 intros in half a second, and I do now think I am ready, like with soldering, to perhaps make a tutorial video on how to use OBS. And because I did use StreamYard for quite a long time, I am now able to as well make comparisons and sort of talk about the pros and cons of both. So at some point I will be making a video on a tutorial of how to use OBS. As I say in the stream, it is a little bit tricky, as I said in the chat, it is quite, tricky to set up. But once you're up and running, it is a brilliant and also free system. Unlike StreamYard, which is free, much more flexibility, although as I say, a little bit more difficult to set up, and of course there is no watermarks at all when you use OBS, because it is, I think they call it open source software. You know, there's no ads, there's no paying, you just download it, run it, do whatever you need with it, and it's absolutely perfect. Everyone in the chat is saying hello. Kurt said, can we see Flying Scotsman running please? Yes. I tell you what, before we get going, I'll take the 08 off, because these are mainly just the trains that were on yesterday. I tell you what, why don't we see, oh, big derailment, why don't we see if Flying Scotsman will pull the Virgin coaches on the Mark 1s as well. So we'll take the 08 off. On the other side you'll notice I've just swapped Flying Scotsman for Golden Eagle, because she hasn't had that much of a run. And I have taken the knackered Triang wagons off, the ones with the missing roofs, because the 9F was struggling ever so slightly yesterday, I think, to pull all of them. Still haven't found the body fixing screw for Scotsman, to be honest. I haven't been in the loft until about 10 minutes before the stream started, so I do still need to find the body fixing screw for Scotsman, which I will do at some point, but I just haven't quite got round to it yet. That's okay, Joe. I really should run Golden Eagle more often, to be honest. I think because she was broken for such a long period of time, sort of like a year plus, before I actually got round to fixing it. You know, I actually sometimes forget that she does still work. So yeah, I definitely need to remember that she does still work. I'll remember to set that signal as well with any luck. Flying Scotsman still works since yesterday, so that's always a bit of a confidence boost. Now, I am going to see if she can manage 7 coaches. We have got the very, very freewheeling Virgin coaches on the middle line today. And I also need to remember that I have actually named these running lines, so the 4th radius being the Gresley line, after, would you guess, Sir Nigel Gresley. The middle radius line being named the Riddles line, after Robert Riddles, who designed my favourite locomotive, the Standard Class 4 MT 460. tender version, because I'm aware there's some confusion between tank engine versions. And the second radius line, where the 9F is currently sat, is called the Stevenson line, named after Robert Louis Stevenson, who, of course, was the creator of a rocket. And I've just slammed those coaches so hard on the... I've just slammed those coaches so hard on this line, they've all just derailed. So we'll back round and see if we can't connect up to the coaches without completely knackering everything up even further. How many people have been knocking on your door tonight? None, because the lights at the front of the house... Hang on a minute. This Virgin coach is a brake coach, so that's going to have to come off and go at the back of the train. But yes, all the lights at the front of the house are off, all the blinds are shut, so nobody, because me and my brother can't be bothered answering the door. And neither can my mum and dad. And certainly my cat won't be answering the door, will she? Right, let's see if we can get some trains running. I'll just quickly catch up on the chat. Joe says, good luck trying to achieve 400. Thank you very much. I will definitely be making some more shorts very soon. Jaden has just passed 200. Congratulations, Jaden. Very well done to you. Jaden has asked for Flying... Oh, no, sorry. Kurt's asked for Flying Scotsman, which I have just done. And I think we are now caught up. Yes, Flying Scotsman is going. Right, first of all, Gresley engine number 1, Golden Eagle. And she's just... why is she stalled? Oh, it's that knackered point again. Right, there, oops. There's Golden Eagle. Whoa, there we go. Speeding off today. Normally she takes a bit of warming up. On the middle line, the Riddles line, remembering to set the signal to green when Scotsman gets round there. The Flying Scotsman with 7 coaches, which she is not currently managing. I'll give her a bit of a push, try and get some momentum into her. I don't think she's going to manage it, chaps. No. She's not going to manage it. No. Right, I'll tell you what then. If we take the 2 maroons out, then we will just have a red. Well, we'll have the red Mark 1 and the red Virgin coaches. So we'll see if she can manage that. A pretty much similar trait. All red coaches. We'll try that. Will she work now? And Golden Eagle's died as well. This fish plate really does need sorting at the end of this track. D11 as a banker could be a good shout. She's stalled. Come on. Oh, I think she's managing it. D11 as a banker. Oh yes, I could have done that, couldn't I? I'll get the 9F going and then I might do that. There's the 9F, which I will send round the run-around loop for a little while, so I'll open the points. Love having these remote control points. Probably the best investment I've made. Golden Eagle was working fine on HEMR Live 20. Yeah, she's been working probably for the past 3 or 4 months. But because I'm talking months back and then a year, she was not working. So because, you know, previous to it working now, she hadn't been working such a long time. I still do sometimes forget that she doesn't quite work. 14 wagons with the 9, very nice. Other than your HST and your 08, you've got any more diesels? I have the Class 37, a new one. Oh, let me actually get it where you can see it. Class 37 Comet, that's a new one. Other than 31 and the 37 as well, yes. You forgot the signal with Scotsman, thank you. I even said I was going to change it and I didn't. Naughty Scotsman driver. Not only is he reversing too fast into coaches, he's now running red signals. Somebody's going to have to do something about that. She is actually, now that it's not running on the line with the dodgy fish plate, which is up here, she is actually running quite well. Golden Eagle's behaving as well. Right, I think I'll do what Joe suggested and get the D11 as a banker. Although, in fact, what I will do is, I'll just quickly place it on the track in front of Scotsman just to make sure she does run at a somewhat sensible speed. Whoops. Yeah, she should. Oh my god! I've just caught that signal with the front of the D11. That wasn't good. Did you find the body screw for Scotsman? No, I didn't. I might have another look for that midstream. In fact, I will have a look for that midstream, but we'll get the D11 as a banker with Scotsman in the extra coaches. She does run really nice, that Scott. Oh, I really need to get the track rubber on that point. I keep making excuses saying, oh yes, the point's dirty. Instead of making excuses, George, why don't you just fix the damn thing? I just noticed the corridors come off that coach as well. That'll be in my drawer somewhere. In fact, it's under the bubble wrap. I'm not sorting that now. Mind you, the D11 isn't much of a... See, Scotsman will manage that extra coach, and she'll probably manage this one, but we are going to have to take the that Virgin brake coach off anyway, because that doesn't have a coupling on. Let's try and connect that back together. There we go. Get the D11 on as a banker. I think they are going to run at an okay speed. It's not going to damage either of them, I don't think. Is she on? Yep. Couple. Yep. Well, let's go. Do you have a track cleaning wagon? No, I don't. I just have the Pico track rubber. The Hornby track cleaning wagon, from what I hear, isn't great, to be honest. I hear that it derails all the time. I know you can get rid... Oh, I forgot to set the signal again. Just ignore that. I do hear that the Hornby ones derail quite a lot, and I know you can get some really expensive ones, like the Dapol one. Apparently, again, the buffer on that is useless and it's only good for track vacuum. There are some more expensive ones, even more expensive than the Dapol one. But, to be honest, I know the Triang one's good. I think you soak it in IPA, and then it's just a rubber that goes along the track. But, to be honest, it's just as easier to do it with a track rubber, to be honest. The track rubber, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much effort do you have to put into it? Well, fortunately, if you remember on Friday's live stream, was it Friday or Thursday? I can't quite remember. You'll remember in that live stream I unboxed that box of Model Railway gubbins, and there was this, which was a load of old Hornby steel track, not Lima, Hornby era steel track. As you can see, the magnet sticks to it there. And you can see, hopefully you can see, just how tarnished, and that is not shine, even with the green light from the signal, you can see how dirty and tarnished that is. So what I'll do now is I'll just spend, let's say, 30 seconds. In fact, derailment, fix. Let's get my phone up and say, let's time exactly how long it takes. Bear in mind that your track is going to be nickel silver. It's not going to be completely corroded and tarnished. Let's see how long it takes to shine up and get a piece of steel track completely clean. As I've just said, nickel silver will clean a lot easier. Nickel silver won't be completely tarnished over. But let's set a stopwatch even. You can't really see that. I'll set it there. And let's see exactly how long it takes to get this entire piece of very badly corroded track shined up with the Pico track rubber. Let's go. So I'll be as quick as possible. Very light pressure, just a rubbing motion over the surface of the rails. Already it's becoming very nice and shiny. Now we need to get into this end a little bit more. Right over the fish plates, back down here. And there we go, done. So there, hopefully you can see now how nice, yeah, look at the shine on that now. Look at how shiny that is now. There you go. So that took, can you see that? 18, hang on. Why does that say 1 minute 18? That's not right. That shouldn't have happened. It started at 1 minute. I'm pretty sure that... Ow! I just hit my head on the loft rafters. That, for some reason, I think that started at 1 minute, and I'm pretty sure it was 18 seconds. but for the sake of being thorough and do it properly, we'll do it again. So, 3, 2, 1, go. Right, light scrubbing motion, right over the fish plates, back towards the middle. Something's derailed, but I'll sort that in a minute. Right over the fish plates at the other end. Bit more of a scrub there. And stop. You can't really see that, the phone's too bright, but that was 15 seconds. So, when I've re-railed the D11, because it seems to have died, that was 15 seconds to get a completely knackered, tarnished... Oh my god. That was 15 seconds to get a completely knackered, tarnished, corroded piece of steel track. You are right, actually. He's riding a bit high, this coach, isn't it? But yes, that was 15 seconds to get a completely tarnished piece of steel track with very little effort, very little pressure with the Pico track rubber. So, there you go. That is how little effort it takes to clean track. If it takes 12 seconds to clean a piece of completely corroded nickel silver with the Pico track rubber, you can imagine just how easy it is to clean regular, just slightly dirty nickel silver track. And I am absolutely not sure why this coach is riding so high. You are indeed correct. I'll try turning it round and see if that helps. I haven't noticed that before. Maybe it needs dismantling and the screw perhaps looking at inside. Although these might be riveted actually. Oh well, we'll see how that gets on. Oh, the D11 was pushing it too hard to the point where disaster was inevitable. Oh, I'll try turning the controller down a little bit then. That's running at a slower speed now. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Okay, we'll leave it there and see how it gets on. Northern Transport has failed to send a Discord link. That's fine. Sometimes I think I actually have links disabled apart from moderators. I think, because I have had, as I said the other day, the very few issues I get with people spamming, or rather bots spamming. Sometimes I do put like random dodgy website hacker links in. Nothing to be worried about, of course, if you don't pick it. But I think that's 2 times that happened. It has been links. So to prevent that happening, I did turn link sharing off, except for moderators, I think. So, but as Jaden quite rightly said, everybody here is already in it. You didn't see what happened behind the laptop, Joe. The D11 derailed the blood and custard coach and pushed it spanning across 3 tracks, which I, of course, had to move very quickly out of the way. That was rather interesting. When will the grass and road stuff like that be on your layouts? Over the Christmas period is when, well, pretty much starting as soon as possible, really. Over the Christmas period is when the scenery will start to get done in the layout. That's when I can properly spend some time up here. That very shortly, and over the Christmas period, that'll be when the scenery starts to happen. And hopefully, over Christmas, you will definitely see a big change in how the layout looks. Where are my flyers? Because I'm sick of seeing that engines on the 4th radius slow down. So I'm going to go around and squeeze all the foot plates. Don't worry about self-promoting, Joe. That's fine. He says he's got a stream with 237s on Train Sim Classic starting at 8. Very nice. This is my phone, by the way. Don't worry about it. So I'm going to see now if I can't give the fish plates a bit of a squeeze and see if we can't. Whoops. Improve the connection a bit, because it's a little bit dodgy on the 4th radius. If I can get in past the ballast to give the fish plates a little bit of a squeeze. Like that. like that. Whoops, 9F hit my hand. This one here looks a bit loose. Maybe they have just relaxed a bit because it's winter and they have cooled down. Seems to be around here that it slows down, and for some reason it has now completely stopped. Come on. See, as soon as it crosses that fish plate there, which is fine, which means there's an issue from here to the other half of the station. There's a power input here and a power input in the station. Now, for the reason of not having too many fish plates, I think the tracks on this mainline section here, quite a lot of them are double tracks, so obviously double the length of an R600 to reduce the amount of fish plates. But yeah, somewhere round here there is definitely a dodgy fish plate somewhere. So I'm just going to go around and squeeze them and see if I can't improve them. I wonder if I poke them round this side, whether I can find the one that's dodgy. Maybe this one here that seems to split quite far apart. Pinch that together. Do apologise, I will put the other camera on. You can't really see what I'm doing there. I'm round out of the camera shot, I think. Right, let's look for dodgy fish plates. I'm just going to squeeze them all on this side and see what happens. It's definitely not because of a hill or anything like that, because it's completely flat all the way around. Yeah, look at how fast it speeds up there. I may have to put another dropper in or something like that, which I don't really want to do. So that means turning the loft upside down again. Crawling under baseboards. It definitely seems to be around these points at things. I wonder if the point's dirty. No, that looks alright. We'll just give it a little squeeze together though. Yeah, look how slow it goes there. Might get the multimeter out and do some probing. Let's get the multimeter. I'll do. Oh, digital calipers have just fallen on the floor. I'll do that in a minute, Kurtz. I just want to get this probed first. See what we can do. Joe says you seem to know a lot about electrics and the like. Are you learning how to be one? Is your granddad one? He was I don't actually know what his job title was, but he worked at a power station as an electrician. That was his main job. So yes, he was a power station electrician, electrical engineer at a power station. He was quite often in charge of running the power station at night as well. So yes, my granddad is definitely a big part of me knowing quite a lot about electronics. Need to get this on the camera without getting all the train. Yeah, you can see it there. So this is reading in volts. So yes, my granddad is a big part of me knowing a lot about electronics, but also just because I do quite a lot of research and mucking about with them myself. So over here, where does it seems to speed up a lot after this joint here, doesn't it? So after the joint we're reading 8.81. Before the joints we are reading, you can't see because my hand and Flying Scotsman's just derailed. After the joints we are reading... things keep getting in the way. Right, we've got a window of opportunity here. So after the joint it was 8.81, it's now 9 before. What is it after again? Oh no. That's odd. I'll measure it round the other side. Just on the back loop, the back of the loft near the entrance, just to see what that comes out as. Which you won't be able to see because it's really out of the way, but I'll just measure it round the back and see what that comes to. No, that comes to 9. What does this come to over here? 9. What does this come to here? 9. Damn near enough 9. Don't try and slow trains down by slamming your hand in front of them, because then this happens. Oh. There we go. That is quite odd. I might go round squeezing with the, I might go round with the pliers again. That is odd, I'm surprised. Measuring the same voltage, I thought there'd been a big drop across that fish plate. There isn't. Interesting. Right, I'll catch up on the chat again. Oh yes, Kurt wants to see the innards of flying spots, and that's fine. He says it's off eBay, he wants to try and get it working again. If it doesn't work, we'll go back on eBay. Fair enough. He's going out to the shed. Northern Transport Hub says, see one of you two lot join the stream. Fair enough. Also, can't imagine by the wheel sit when the D11 then just like, yeah. Fortunately, it hasn't got traction tyres, so it won't burn out. And Joe's got 5 trick-or-treaters being absolute pillets outside his house. Nice, or rather, not. I'm probably not going to dismantle Scotsman all the way for you, Kurt, but I'll just show you as best I can. So, I don't know if you'll probably be able to see this, but all it is really, oh I do have to get quite low down here, is this pickup plate with the first brass screw there and the second one. You basically unscrew that, and where that little metal dimple is above the wheel, from the other side there's just a wire soldered into that little brass dimple, and then the brown wire, I don't know if you can see there, you can just see the brown wire at the end of my finger there. That's where the wire comes up. So basically all it is the pickups underneath with the brass, not the first brass screw because that's for the pony truck, the brass screw there and the brass screw there, that's the pickup plate. The metal dimple there is where a wire is soldered to the underneath of, and obviously you can't see. That just passes up through the hole in the chassis. And then the brown wire that you can just see above my thumb there connects to the insulated brush side of the motor where that insulator is. So that's all the pickups are. I know you said you need a new wire, but as I said to you in Discord, you'll find it very difficult to buy one with the wire still in place. So it is better just to be very careful with the soldering iron, because of course you don't want to melt the plastic pickup plate or anything like that. It is best just to, you know, because you are going to find it extremely difficult to find one with the wire already in place. So you are going to probably have to just, you know, take your time, maybe practice on a couple of other things. I know you said you're not the best at soldering, but take your time and just solder very carefully and try and be as quick as possible a wire to the underside of that metal dimple on the pickup plate, which, as you know, does just unscrew. Is it just me, or does Golden Eagle not seem to be slowing down as much anymore now? Maybe it's time to do some more pliering. Where have I put the pliers? They're over here. I may just go round and do a little bit more squeezing, because unless I'm going absolutely stark raving mad, Golden Eagle does not actually now seem to be slowing down quite as much as... Oh, she's hit the pliers. No, and now my hands are in the way of the other lines. You know, I don't think, since I've been around squeezing these fish plates, she's actually slowing down as much. So we might have half the problem solved here. Again, I'm just giving a quick squeeze. Can you see me on camera? No, I thought you could see my head. Not that it matters anymore, really, but you might see my microphone. Yeah, Golden Eagle isn't really slowing down much anymore now, I don't think. Oh, that's brilliant, is that? I'll just make my way around all the fish plates around this side, just to be double dog sure. Whoops, pliers are stuck. Whoops. Oh, I can't quite get them around this fish plate. Let's try and get around the ends instead. Yeah, I don't think Golden Eagle's slowing down anymore. I think I've fixed it. I think just a simple tighten up of these fish plates is all that it was really. It's just this one here that I'm gonna do, but other than that, oh, that's quite stiff. Dare I say, let me just watch it come round this corner now. Scotsman's just stalled. Yeah, I think that is the 4th radius line fixed. Scotsman has stalled. Oh, that's because half the train's derailed, perhaps. Oh yeah, half the train has derailed. Who told me to put this D11 as a banker? That's a terrible idea. No, everything's derailed now. Joe, you blithering idiot, why have you told me to do this? I am joking, of course. Come on! Now Flying Scotsman's not working. Interesting. Why? Come on, I only fixed you yesterday for crying out loud. Oh, body's off. Oh well, at least we can now see what's going on inside. Not going all that well today, is it? We seem to be having a lot of problems. Alright, so the bulb's turning. The bulb's coming on, sorry, but there's no force on the motor at all. Oh, there is now. Oh, there we go. Perhaps I think there, all that's happened is that the motor died. Well, the motor got a little bit stuck, and because we've got the D11 on the track, we didn't have enough oomph, so to speak, to get the motor to turn around. So I think that's all that was. Sometimes the XO3s and 4s, when they get stuck, do just need a bit of a kickstart, if you like, to get them going again. There we go. Kurt is back. Kurt's. I have just shown the inside of the Scotsman's pickup, so if you would like to rewind the stream just for a couple, I think it was probably only 3 or 4 minutes ago, I did show the pickups and how the wires connect on Scotsman. So if you just rewind a little bit, then you should be able to see me showing you the insides. I should say, as always, if we do have any requests, then please do feel free to pop them in. I can stop any of these trains at any point and put on the trains you'd like to see. No problem with that at all. Ah, yeah, look, Golden Eagle's not slowing down. I'll put this camera on. Golden Eagle's not slowing down at all now, so we're just tightening them fish plates up on this straight here, as made sure the power's equal all the way through. So yeah, we have now fixed that, so that is a good thing. Lee from Anfield Road is in. Thank you very much, Lee. Much appreciated. Enjoyed your stream earlier. I will catch up on the replay to see how you got on. Look to be coming on very well. Just of course had to break up to come and do my own stream, but I was very much enjoying that. Thank you for putting it on. I will catch up later. Kurt's in the shed trying to fix the Scotsman. Very nice. Right, I'm just going to monitor Golden Eagle on the way round to make sure she didn't slow down. Yeah, look at that. She's not slowing down at all now. So we have indeed fixed that power problem. That's good. The 9F is behaving. Never anything wrong with that 9F, apart from the coupling on the back, but it's not really a problem. Well, I think we are definitely under the way, and all issues for the moment do indeed seem to have been fixed. So now what I think I'll do is I will address the very small items on today's agenda. So I'll leave this screen on while we go through them. So the first bullet point that is there, I would just like to say, and as it says in the description of this live stream as well, I would just like to say thank you very much indeed, all of you, for 350 subscribers. We have been on 350 for a short while now, but it wasn't something that I noticed yesterday. I believe it was yesterday we crossed over it. So thank you very much indeed, all of it, for your support and help in reaching 350 subscribers. That's an absolutely massive achievement for me. As I always say, when I started this YouTube channel, now I'm aware of how success, I know 400 subscribers is not success in terms of Mr. Beast's success, but for a model railway channel, and especially with them being quite a few of them on YouTube, all offering great bits of content, I didn't necessarily think when I started this channel back in May 2020 that I'd ever get this far. And we are, getting into the high numbers of subscribers now, edging closer and closer to the half millennium, so to speak. So thank you very much for all of your support. Thank you for watching all of the content I produce and commenting, coming to the live streams, and of course being subscribed and being a follower of the channel. It is very, very much appreciated, and I am absolutely shocked at the amount of support that we get on this small little model railway channel. So thank you very much indeed, all of you, for 350 subscribers. It does mean a great deal to me. It's really nice when I can come and make up content, come up the loft and make content and do streams for all of you to enjoy. That is something that I really enjoy doing as well, and it's nice to see all of you enjoying the stuff I put out for you as well. Sticking just on the first bullet point, there has not been a subscriber special, as it says in the description, since 250 subscribers, the quarter millennia subscribers, you could say. That is because I didn't want to do a subscriber special at 250 for a quarter of 1,000, and then do 150 subscribers later for the 100 at 300, and then do one just 100 subscribers later at 400. I thought that might be taking the nick slightly, doing another within a relatively short space of time, and then doing another again. So when I reached 250 subscribers, I did, if you were a follower of the channel back then, you will hopefully remember that I said I was going to skip out the 300 subscriber special, and I was going to skip straight to the 400 one, just so we're not, making subscriber specials, a little bit less special than they should be, so to speak. So that's why there hasn't been a subscriber special for 300, but the next one will be 400, which I believe we are only 48 subscribers away from hitting. I'll tell you what, let's get the browser screen up and go to YouTube Studio and check how many subscribers we're on. Wow, 354, so we've gone up since last time I looked. So we are only 46 subscribers away from 400 now. Thank you very much indeed for that. And yes, as I say, the next one is the 400 subscriber special. And thanks to Timber Valley Productions, who isn't in the stream, I don't think, with us tonight, but has been for the past week, he suggested as a joke for the 400 subscriber special, or rather, he just suggested in general that because we have a little bit of a rivalry, he prefers PG Tips tea. Oh, dearie me, it's like summoning a genie. Timber Valley has just joined, just when I was talking about him. Welcome, Timber Valley, thank you for popping in at the right time. As I was saying, Timber Valley as a joke suggested that because we have a little bit of a rivalry between favourite types of tea, I prefer Yorkshire tea and Timber Valley prefers PG Tips tea, he suggested that I should actually try PG Tips tea instead of Yorkshire tea. So that evolved into doing it for a subscriber special. So because I can't think of anything better for the 400 sub special, and because I think it'd be quite amusing to do so, for the 400 subscriber special, I am going to be running a Q&A session. So of course, when we get to 400 subscribers, I'll put out a video and ask for your questions, and I'll also answer some frequently asked questions as well. But when we get to 400 subscriber specials, I will be doing a Q&A video while drinking PG Tips tea, I'm doing a taste test comparison between Yorkshire tea and PG Tips tea, which I have never actually drunk before. So it started off as a joke, and I said, do you know what? I'll do it as a 400 subscriber special, a bit of a fireside chat type of thing. Me drinking tea and eating biscuits. I'll get some custard creams and some bourbons in or something like that, some of my favourite biscuits. So that's actually rather daft, but rather quite amusing, I'm sure, for Timber Valley and everybody else who's involved in the tea argument. That is indeed what we are going to do for the 400 subscriber special. So thank you for the suggestion, Timber Valley. It was an amusing one to read, and more importantly, it's going to be certainly an interesting one to carry out for me. But that is what the 400 subscriber special is going to be. The webcam just died, but I'm not quite sure why, but it's fixed now. So that is indeed what she'll be doing. And then as a last point, I tagged on the end of the agenda that you can see here. As I said at the start of the stream as well, it's not a very realistic goal, I don't think. I don't think we'll make it, but just as an extra special little fun challenge, I am going to be making quite a little bit of content in the run-up to Christmas, and hopefully we can see how close we can get to 400 by the end of the year. It would be absolutely massive if we did get to 400 by the end of the year, and there's a slim chance we'll do it, but I don't think we will. But just for the swear word and giggles of it, I think we'll see if we can try and get to 400 by the end of the year, because that would mean definitely a lot to me, and of course that requires a lot of good support from you as well, which I know we'll have. Number 1, Twinings. Number 2, Yorkshire tea. Okay, right. We're going to leave it at PG Tips and Yorkshire tea. I may do Twinings in future, not on a video, and tell you what I think of it, but to save the rivalry getting massive and spanning to every type of tea in Asda, and to prevent me going bankrupt from buying tea, we're just going to stick to Yorkshire tea and PG Tips. I've just realised as well, we've got 2 Gresley locos. This is where I embarrass myself and forget who designed the 11, who designed... Was it Gresley? No, not the Dozer. Robinson. Great Central Railway 11F/D11. Okay, so I've not embarrassed myself hideously then, that's always a bonus. Timber Valley says the stream's gone again now. I did change it to normal latency today, I think. Let me just check. We'll get onto YouTube. Yes, I did change it to normal latency, so unfortunately, Timber Valley, and I do apologise, I don't think it's anything I can fix. OBS is reporting 0 drop frames, YouTube says the stream health is good, so I do apologise about that. But unfortunately, I don't think it's anything I can change, really. I did neglect to mention at the start of the stream that today, all things going well, we will be going until about 9 o'clock today. So a little bit... Did we? Oh no, we actually ran over a little bit yesterday, didn't we? So yes, we'll go until 9 today. So that'll be roughly an hour and a half, I think, an hour and 40 minutes, something like that. She's behaving quite well at slow speeds, Golden Eagle. There we go. As Kurt has just popped in the chat, we can indeed see Tornado with some Pullmans. A good idea. I should say that along with a lot of my engines that could do with, you know, little cosmetic upgrades, because they were slightly knackered when I bought them, Tornado's left smoke deflector has actually fallen off. It's become unstuck from the chassis. The body was knackered when I got it anyway, to be honest. You know, there's a brown mark on the top of the cab there. When I bought it, somebody glued the side windows in. The whistle was on the wonk when I got it as well. And the smoke deflectors, well, it is a defective smoke deflector, but the smoke deflectors were slightly on the wonk when I bought it as well. So I am on the lookout for a new body for Tornado, although it is quite expensive, but just to buy a single body, but I think it should be worth it. But there goes Broken Tornado, which is the real life Tornado still broken? I know it's got wheel flats currently. Oh, I'm not sure if those have been fixed. I can't remember if real life Tornado has had its wheel flats fixed or not, but the Tornado I'll get running on the track now, despite it having a slightly on the wrong smoke reflex. Oh, look at that! We've got all three trains going through the station together there. How lovely! I'm going to take Joe's request off the middle line now, and in fact I'll change the 9F over as well. So there goes Flying Scotsman, which you're on the wrong camera to see. There we go. And I'll stop the 9F when it comes round, and I think, because we haven't had, I don't think we've actually had the HST on the line in the last couple of streams. So I think, oh, the body's come off. Yep, that's because I keep forgetting I haven't found the screw for the body. Let's put that in the drawer. I think what we'll do now is we will actually get the HST running. Oops. Quite difficult to uncouple the D11. The back. Right, whoops, I've just knocked the camera. Apologies. Oh, I didn't actually knock it that badly though. There. Right, so let's get the HST running. D11 needs to come off the track. Yep. Try not to drop it on the floor. This is a lovely model. Hopefully you can still hear me, but hello? Okay, I think you can still hear me. Right, I do apologise about that. Right, this bloody HST. Behave! Right, apologies. As I said in the chat, my microphone has just died. It's a wireless microphone, so it's ran out of battery. I forgot to charge it last night. I do normally charge everything after a stream, to be sure that for the next stream, you know, it's not going to die and run out of battery. But I forgot to do that last night, so I do apologise for that slight silent period. Basically, what I was saying was, I can't remember. I don't know what the last thing you heard me saying was. Basically, what I was saying was, after I've got the HST running for a little while, I will stop it and put the German local on, because, right, I've just about had enough of this now. Stop derailing! Maybe the gauge needs resetting a bit. Anyway, as I was saying, the microphone died. Do apologise about that. I do normally charge everything up on the night, but obviously yesterday I forgot. We're all human. Well, most of us. So, after the HST has had time to run, if it does ever have time to run, because it keeps flipping derailing, what will happen is I will get the German local one, because Kurt yesterday, I do seem to remember, was asking about it, and Jaden's just asked about it now, so I will get it on after the HST has had a chance to run. Timber Valley as well, I've just noticed your comments come through. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Thanks for taking the time to come and join. And he has said he's having to go again. I'll catch you afterwards. Thank you very much indeed for joining, and I'll see you soon. Right, with any luck, the HST will stop derailing now. I did wonder why it was going so fast. It's because we've got it on full wave mode. That's why everything's running so fast on the middle line today. It's because it's been set to full wave, not half wave. There we go, it's running a little bit better now. Jaden is also popping off for dinner. He'll be back soon. Thank you very much, Jaden. See you shortly. And now let's decide what we're going to put on the Stevenson line. What engines have I got? Let's have a look. Where's the little Caledonian 040 gone? I can't find it. That's odd. Have I put it in the... Yeah, I put it in the wrong drawer. So I think what we should do now is actually get all of the new rolling stock that I unboxed on Thursday's live stream. I think we should actually get that all running in a long line now. I think that'll be quite good to do. So there's the 040 up here. We'll get all the wagons... decoupled. These are all old wagons, we just want the new stuff running. That's the old brake van, so I will dig out the new brake van and get that on instead. There's the express parcels, the soldering iron damaged express parcels van, which again, as Timber Valley suggested, I am actually going to dismantle slightly and make it look like a discarded, like scrappy type rusting away forgotten about engine. And that will be placed inside the coal yard, the coal marshalling yard, my coal marshalling yard that I've still yet to build. And then that will just be left in there as a nice item of sort of discarded stock. Of course, it has got massive soldering iron scars down the inside, so that will just be placed to the back where you'll never ever see the side of it. And especially with the weathering well, even if I do happen to film around that side of the coach, you're not going to see anything anyway, because it'll be weathered, hopefully, very quite nicely. Right. So let's see if the little 040, just off shot, can manage this small train. They're all quite modern, free-rolling wagons. They're not any old knackered triangles in there, so it should be okay. Quite a few of them have got metal wheels. Running lovely and silently is that 040 since we serviced it. Was it yesterday? No, it was on... yesterday was Sunday. No, yesterday was Monday. So I think we serviced that one on Sunday, so it's still running lovely and quietly. Let's give this point a bit of a clean over here. Oh yeah, look at all that carbon on. No wonder why all my engines are running slow and pushing out. There's an absolutely disgraceful amount of carbon muck on the second radius line. Strangely enough, only on the positive rail as well, but I'm sure that's some electrolysis effect. Yeah, my tracks are absolutely filthy around here. No wonder why everything keeps stopping and cutting out and derailing, because it's just shunting about all the time. That is filthy. Embarrassingly filthy. At this point could do with something. Kurt's Tornado and Pullmans are running, very nice. I could do with some more Pullmans in due course. Can never have too much rolling stock, and I certainly need some Mark 1s and stuff like that, because I am running low. Well, I've got quite a lot of locomotives, but not that much rolling stock, so I definitely need to get some more at some point when budget allows. Oh. It's a bit sensitive, is that webcam on the left there. If you slap it too hard, it does disconnect and crash, but I've fixed it. There's a little 040. Not doing too badly. I think it's because I keep knocking the wire as well. I think when I knock the wire, it upsets it slightly. There we go. It is a very wire-filled loft. You know, I've got laptop with its charger plugged in. I've got 2 wires for the webcams. I've got the Ethernet wire. I've got what do you call it? I've got USB hub. I've got a wire for that. I've got a wire, every possible wire you could think of up here. So I am sat in a field of wires. I'm actually going to put this microphone and when I finish the wireless adapter down at the entrance of the loft when I come out of the loft today, so do need charging. And also my wireless headphones, my reduced wireless earbuds. As you can see, I've only got one out of the case because the other ones, I've got one in one of my other ears so that I can hear the audio from all the intro videos and stuff, and just to make sure all the audio is working properly. So I have a microphone, wireless microphone, and an earbud in one ear, just so I can, if I have to check the audio, I can hear it without, obviously, it replaying from the computer speakers back to the mic and causing a horrible echo. So that's that situation. Just need to get them charged up again. Fortunately, the set of wireless microphones that I bought does come with 2, so I just quickly swapped over to the other one earlier when the battery died. But as I say, normally charge them at the end of every stream, but I just forgot today. Or rather yesterday when I finished. Pete's Transport and more. Pete, thank you very much for joining. Nice to see you again. Hope you're doing okay. Good to hear, Pete. Glad you're doing well. Should we get the HST going a little bit more? HST speed. Well, that's full speed without turning on the full wave switch. So I might just leave it at that. Otherwise, it actually goes. If this is full wave, by the way, that is getting silly fast. Oh my god, look at the speed! We'll turn it back to half wave. Gets very noisy when that happens. Tornado's performing flawlessly, that's always a bonus. 040's not doing too bad. Sped up a little bit now it's warmed up. Let's see if we can just tickle that back down. There we go. Lovely little 040 is that. Missing a coupling at the back, which I will try and source another one for. I'll see if I can send the 040 around the runaround loop, although that may not end so well. It will probably just derail. Try it. Shall we, I haven't done this for a while, shall we run some trains without the lights on? I am aware the coaches are not lit up. That's simply just to save battery, because if I do it every time, you know, it's not quite as special. And also, on the stream, when the lights are on, you can't really tell that the coach lights are on all that well, really. So to save battery, because they are only little button cell batteries, I have started not bothering to put the lights on for the coaches, because it does just waste the battery, and you know, having 10 coaches with lights in to replace the batteries, you know, it is a little bit of a pain if I have to do it sort of every couple of weeks. So for that reason, I'm not putting the lights on in the coaches. I'm not, unless we actually do something in the dark, or maybe just every now and then I'll put the lights on for the coaches. But the signals are all on, and the head and tail lights for the HST, the marker lights for the HST which I've fitted are on as well. So we'll see if we can't do a little bit of running in the dark. That first wagon doesn't like the points at all. Never mind. So, I'll unplug the lights now, and hopefully we'll be able to watch a couple of trains in the dark for a little while. Now I've got to find the right plug, which I believe is that one, and that one. There we go. I'll turn the webcam light off. There we go. So I do have the webcam light over on the station, just because it can get a tiny little bit dark over here, and that webcam has an inbuilt light anyway. So let's see how we look in the dark. They are possibly a little bit bright, these signals, to be honest, but they're not too bad. I can always fix that in future just by putting some high power resistors in series with the feed to all of the signals, and that should fix it quite nicely. So yes, if I do ever want to brighten the signals, I can just paint over them, or I can do it electrically and just simply add some resistors in series with the feed to the signals. I'll probably need roughly maybe a 1 or a 2 watt resistor to get everything down to a sensible level. But for now, it's not too bad really, is it? It does look quite nice. I'm good, thanks Pete, thank you very much. Yeah, not doing too bad. Loving the streams. I've done quite a lot over this last week, but yeah, I'm really enjoying them. There is actually a signal out here, this one over here where my finger is, so you can't actually see. Tornado's tender did derail, but it's derailed itself. That's nice. This signal. Oh, the HST's derailed again. Might want to slow that down a touch. There we go. There's actually a signal out here where my finger is. There should be a green light down here, well, a brighter green light, but oh, the red light comes on. No, the HST is derailed again. Stop. I thought I'd fix that. Yeah, so we're at this point here. The red light comes on, but switching over to the green is completely dead. And even then it's not really reliably lighting red either. So I wonder if the wires become dislodged. There, you can see it flashing red. Oh, there we go. So I think maybe the point motor might need realigning, and possibly the feed for the green LED might need rewiring. I might just have a quick look at that during the stream, see if I can get it sorted. See, yeah, the red comes on, but not very well. No, 040, come on. The red comes on not very well, but the feed for the green seems completely dead. That's odd. I'll have a look at that during the stream, I think. Pete says, looks great in the dark. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with how it looks. And yeah, I'm going to see if I can fix that signal in the stream, because it should just be a case of taking the point motor off the baseboard, giving it a wiggle and screwing it in again. So I'm actually going to see if we can fix that in stream, considering we've done quite a lot of servicing and mending during the stream, and I can actually easily get under the baseboards now, because I've had a little bit of a tidy out. The HST has once again derailed. Why? Maybe the gauge wants widening even more. I did mean to get the calipers. In fact, no, I'll do the calipers now. I've got some digital calipers I bought. So I can actually zero them. Back to back should be about 14.4 millimeters, roughly speaking. We're at 14.2 there. So if I can just widen that slightly. In fact, 14.2 should be fine, because that means the flanges round corners won't be quite as tight. It's better to be under gauge than over gauge, and they're 14.2 as well. What about the front bogies? Front wheels? 14.1, 14.2, yeah, that's fine. Front ones again, 14.1, 14.2. So yeah, I'm not quite sure why that's... Oh, the pickups. The pickups are actually slightly bent, so if they're getting caught up in the gears or poking down onto the track, that could be the problem. Anyway, somebody said earlier, I think it was Jaden said, he wanted to see the German engine with the Virgin coaches. So that is what we shall do, and I might have another look at the gauging on that HST later. But Jaden wanted to see the Virgin coaches with the big beefy German engine. The strongest engine I own. Absolute beast is this. Will literally pull anything, and I mean anything you could put. You could probably put a real full size full gauge train on, and it'll probably pull it, because it just pulls and pulls and pulls, and then pulls some more. Whoops. Bit loose is the roof on that Baxter's van. Right. Oops. See if we can actually get the hook. There we go. And now, because we've not got anything behind the train, I can actually get the brake coach and put it on. So just itch that forward a bit. The 040 seems to slow down. A bit more juice will give that. There we go. And we'll see how the German engine, in fact, you know what, I said I wasn't going to put it on earlier, but the corridor that's dropped off the Virgin coach, we'll clip that back in place, there we go. There goes the German engine. Little bit grindy, sounds like it could do with a little bit of a warm up and some grease. But seems to be working fine. Right, I said I was going to try and fix that signal, didn't I? So what I will do is I'll just stop the 040 in the station, because if I'm messing around with the point and accidentally change it while I'm underneath the baseboard, then all that's going to do is mess things up. So I am now just going to briefly go under the baseboard, and I will narrate to you what I'm doing so that you're not just sat in silence, but of course you won't be able to see it because I'm under here, and setting the camera up would be a little bit too much of a pain to do so while I am under here. Yeah, it'd just be too difficult. Ah. Well, that's an easy fix. The green wire has completely come off altogether. So it's actually come out of the socket, or rather the connector block, where it plugs into. It is actually completely disconnected from there. That was an easy fix, wasn't it? Why doesn't the red feed work? Oh, that's the wrong point. Which point is it? Is it that one? Alright, so if I'm just going to try and get the red feed working first. I don't think the point's actually set up to properly swing over far enough to make a good contact, which will be my fault when I first installed it. I hadn't quite installed it completely properly. If I unscrew that screw, I'll be careful not to lose it, so I don't get any more of these. If I unscrew the screw for that point motor, and then if I just swing the point motor round a little bit, and what I can do is I can hopefully get that point to fully move to the right. Like that. And then hopefully it'll make a better connection. Let's see. It's loud under these baseboards, you might be able to hear over the microphone, I'm not sure. There, that looks like it's swinging. So basically all that happened is the point motor was installed a bit off centre, so instead of the actual point motor being at the full end of its left travel and the full end of its right travel when the point was left and right, it was sort of at the end at one side and not quite at the end of its travel at another. So that meant that it's not quite, because there's a connection on the circuit board underneath That meant that the connection probably wasn't quite being made. So I've just rejigged it slightly, screwed a screw, made a new hole for the screw, and hopefully now that might work. It does feel a little bit tight now though, so I'm just going to rejig it slightly again. I'll not screw the screw in too tight. Right. That might be sorted now. Unfortunately, I can't fix the green pickup wire because where it's snapped off, the wire isn't actually long enough. I say the pickup wire, sorry. The wire that feeds the green for the signal isn't actually now strong enough. Let me start again. I can't speak. The green wire that powers the green LED on this signal when the point's set right, is actually, now that it's snapped off in the connector, I must have snagged it when I've been tidying up under the baseboards, it's actually pulled out of the terminal block and it's snapped, so the green wire that powers the green LED, now isn't actually long enough to go back into the terminal block. So what I'll do is, when obviously we're not streaming and when I've got the time, what I'll do is I'll get the soldering iron out, get another small piece of wire, join it to what's left of the green wire, put a bit of heat shrink over it to, stop it from shorting and to keep the joint nice and strong, and then I'll put it back into the terminal block and we should get the green feed back. But yeah, the reason why the green feed doesn't work is because the green has completely snapped and it's come out of the terminal block. So it's not a problem to be worried about. It just needs 10 minutes of looking at, and that green feed for that signal will work again. All my magnets have stuck themselves together now. There we go. So I'm just going to check. I'm just going to stop the O3 short of the points, and I'm just going to check that the points can still be thrown by the motors, so to speak. I've not made it too difficult for them to be thrown, so I'll just check now. In fact, I best change that one there. Yeah. The red still hasn't come on though. Right, I'm just going to nip under the boards again. Curtis said the Flying Scotsman's back up for sale. Why? Have you not been able to solder the wire? I think I mentioned this, but about 3 minutes before you joined the stream earlier, I thought you were here, but you weren't. You were still in your shed fixing. But I did show you. I did take the body off the Scotsman and show you how to fix. Showed you where the pickups went and all that. So if you haven't rewound back and found that, I'd recommend what you do. Have you not been able to solder it properly? It shouldn't be too difficult, but if the contacts are dirty, then you might have to clean it with a bit of sandpaper or something like that. That's what I've had to do before. Right, what's wrong with this point motor? Right, let's see if I can set that point to the right. Right, so that point motor... Okay. Now if I screw this point motor in the location I've just moved it to slightly to the left to get a better connection. Hopefully now that will enable the contacts to slide over far enough for the red signal to work. That looks a lot better already. Now there's just a tricky screw that I have to try and get in, which is under a wire. Nope, that's gone back in the original hole. One moment, please. I am aware you can't see what I'm doing, but I am narrating it to you as best as possible. It is, working under these baseboards is not the easiest job, and it's certainly not my favourite job, but thankfully for a long time anyway, until I, in the final stages of the layouts, put the street lamps in and the house lights and stuff like that. Thankfully, a lot of the work under the baseboards now and wiring's done. And this point motor has actually just dropped out of its pin. There we go. There we go. So with any luck, you can see me wiggling that now. So I'm going to set the point there, pull that across, check that that still changes nicely, which it does, and then I'm going to put the screw in. Come on, play silly beggars with me. Ah, that's changing much better now. So, last screw can go in. Well, there's only two, just because technically it is the last screw. So that screw can go in. That's looking like it's going to work a lot better. Is it though? Right. That's the work under the baseboards done. Still not great. I'm going to have to sort that again, aren't I? I'll catch up on the chat and then I'll see if I can fix that signal. Kurt says he's rubbish at soldering. I can't do it. I'm okay with basic, but that's a bit technical for me. Even though it's easy to short somewhere, if somebody could get it working, that would be amazing. Well, we've talked before of you sending stuff to me to fix, so if you wanted, I could always try and have a go. Depends what parents say about having stuff sent to the house. But if you wanted me, I could see if I could try and solve it for you. Obviously, there's no guarantees it'll come. You know, there's no guarantee I can get things working. I'm not a miracle worker. But you could possibly see about me trying to get it to work. Jaden says he's back. Dindins was good. Very nice to hear. And I'm back under the chuffing baseboards again to try and get this point working. Because I say, the feed for the green is broken, which needs soldering and repairing, which I will do. But at the moment, I'm just trying to get the red working, which is simply because the point motor doesn't actually slide far enough to make the correct contact with it. And getting this screw in is in pain, as they say in French. Right, come on. Come on! It's kind of difficult as well, because the point motor keeps sliding out of the hole in the tie bar. We're in now. Whoa! Right. Change that there, push that over. Really could do with a second pair of hands up here. Could one of you jump through the screen and help me? That would be rather helpful. If it was at all possible, which of course it isn't. Come on, stay. Oh. They're alright, these point motors, when you get them seated properly, as all the other ones are, but this one's in a particularly awkward location. Oh. Are we working? No, of course we're not. Oh. Right, let's try changing the points. And then changing them back again. Well, if only you could get here, Jaden, in about 2 minutes flat, that would be helpful, but I'm not climbing under baseboards to do that again. That's gonna be that's gonna be a fixing the green wire job. Kurt doesn't want to do with his can you put a picture of your what's up with your class 29? Send me a picture on Discord and I might be able to help you out. If at all. I can give some advice at least anyway. What's up with your 29, Kurt? I'd be interested to possibly ever help you out with that. Oh, I said I'm not going under the baseboards, but this damn point needs fixing. I just can't get in to screw anything. Because everything else is in the way. Although, to be fair, I think I can unscrew this red wire without anything going too badly wrong. Right, if I pull that red wire out, I can get to the motor better, and then I think I should just be able to screw that wire in. Because that's what's stopping me from getting to the motor screws properly. No. Stay located, point motor, please. Right. We need to get this so that is set there. Good. It might have to be a case that I've tried to screw this in too many times. And the It might be a case now that the screw holes become too enlarged. Because it is just, of course, threaded straight into the wood of the baseboard. It may mean now that, excuse me, the hole needs filling up with filler. Or a matchstick. Or something like that. And then I can try and re-thread the hole. That seems to have gone over better that time. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Let's try put the other screw in. I'll put the feed, the power back in. And we'll see how it looks. As I say, they are a bit fiddly, these motors. You do need to get them set up properly. But once you have them set up properly, they don't give you any problems. And this one, certainly. None of the other ones have, really. Now I just need to coax this red wire back in. Which is the feed for the power feed for the points. It's got it. Get it to tighten up. Whew. And see if we're on red. Yes! I think I've fixed it! Oh, finally, my knees. Apologies for missing the chat. Oh, of course, I was under the baseboard, can't read two things at once. My magnets have flung themselves halfway across the layout room. So I think... Oh, Gordon Bennett. Whoops, wrong camera, we are sorted. Ah. Jaden says, don't dare my running stills, I can make it from one end of the country to the other. Give me 1 minute 35 seconds. I think Jaden needs checking out. Is he Barry? I think he's Barry Allen. Deary me. Oh, it's knack. I'll tell you now, I'm not even joking. It's very tiring climbing under those baseboards. Very tiring. Yeah, it's not fun. There's nowhere to rest your arms, so all your arms are above your head, which is obviously not great for blood flow. So your arms are just above your head, screwing stuff in. You're in a tight space. It's not very comfortable. Yeah, it's wiring the layout is not a pleasant job, and thankfully I've only had to do it. Well, I actually did it 3 times. I wired it the first time, then I added some. Another set of droppers in to help with voltage drop, and then I had to wire all the point motors and the signals. Right, so let's shut both points manually. There's the point motor. Let's shut both points like that. And now if I open them, this should go red. Kurt says nothing wrong with... Pete says, get the hammer in there. Where is my hammer? Oh no, I might not have it up the loft. Do I have it? No. Yes, I do have the hammer up the loft. Well, Pete, as you say, get the hammer in there, so we'll give it a good luck tap, and with any luck, the hammer in there may actually help us here. So there we go. We'll see if that works. Jaden's star in the next Sonic film. Very nice. Kurt's evading the rain. Kurt doesn't know whether to keep his Class 29 or sell it. I can't say I remember. Is the Class 29 the same as the Baby Deltic? Is it the Baby Deltic? Is it the 29 or am I embarrassing myself? No, that was the Class 23. Never mind. I was only 6 numbers off. Oh, the 29 is the 29 the one with the droopy sad eyes? I think that's what they're called. Aren't they called droopy eyes or something? Is it a Hornby one? Is it like Sam's? Quite nice models actually. Let me know if you sell it. Put it in the selling on the Discord group, and if I fancy looking at it, then I might buy it off you. Anyway, we'll see. Jaden can confirm climbing under the baseboards is not comfortable or fun. Agreed. Right. So, with any luck, when I change these points, this signal here should go red. It flashed red for a second and then went out. Oh dear. Oh, that may actually just want to bend. Where are the pliers? I'll see if I can bend that actually, that may fix it. Oh, I hate going under the baseboards so much. Alright, let me see if I can give this pin a bend. And that might actually help us make contact better. No, I think that's going to be a job for after the... Oh, a job for after the stream. Yeah. That's going to have to be a job after the stream. I can't seem to get the point aligned properly. Never mind. Yeah, so I think I'm going to have to get some matchsticks out and plug that hole up. Possibly glue it, shove some matchsticks in the hole, glue it up to, you know, create a solid surface to then screw into and then screw into again. So I think there's so many screw holes around that area from where I've had difficulty installing it before that trying to screw it back in a slightly different location isn't working because there's just so much in the way. I can't actually get a screw in without it just sort of threading itself into an existing hole. So yeah, I'll sort that out at the end of the stream. It will be sorted for next week. And hopefully that'll be sorted. I'll get the green feed for the signal sorted as well. I'll solder a new wire in, get that sorted, get the connection for the red signal sorted, and with any luck, we'll have that sorted for next week. But in terms of other things, we have actually fixed the HST we've fixed the Flying Scotsman, and we've fixed the Golden Eagle, or rather the fourth radius, having a slight electrical problem along here, whereby it would pass a certain point, slow down, and then pass another point and speed up. So we've fixed that now. So we have actually fixed 3 things this week, and fixing this signal here should probably be no longer than a total of 20 minutes work. Solder a new wiring, bit of heat shrink, connect it up, and just try and get the connections cleaned up. Maybe a little bit of sandpaper, and get the red contacts for this signal to work. Nothing major, it's the only one that really gives me problems. While I'm doing that, I might go around and check them all as well. But yeah. Right, I think I'll slow the trains down to crawl pace now. We're just past 9 o'clock, so I'll be tidying up and letting everyone on their way, I think. And I'll certainly be enjoying what's left of my Tuesday evening. Let's get things slowed down a little bit. Look, there we go. That was a good reference, Pete. I'll agree with Jaden there. That's brilliant. Top joke of the day, or rather top commenter of the day goes to you, Pete. That's quite good. Even me, who doesn't play, have never played any Sonic games, I got that one. Congratulations, that's brilliant. Jaden enjoyed that one as well, I think. Well, the 040's coming round, so I'll get that one stopped first, considering it is the slowest, and then stop the rest of them as well. Let's get onto the station view. Kurt's going. Okay, thank you very much for watching and commenting, Kurt. Good luck with maybe trying to... Oh no, you said you put your Flying Scotsman back on eBay, didn't you? Oh well, if you decide to try and maybe have another go at fixing it, then good luck with that, and I'll see what you do with your Class 29 as well. Thank you for watching, joining and commenting, and for your requests. Nice to see you as always. So there's the little Highland Railway Loch Ness number 8040. Coming round now is the German 03.10. Set the signal to red. We might as well pull straight up. Lovely slow speed from that engine. There we go, perfect stop. Are we going to go for 3 perfect stops? I think we are. And Tornado's just sidling in now. Wow, 3 perfect stops. There we go. Right, so thank you very much for watching, everyone. This will be the last HEMR live for a little while. The next one will be on Friday. Time as yet undecided, but look out in the Discord and in the scheduled streams on my channel for that. Yeah, the next one will be Friday, definitely. I'm unsure as whether I'm doing one on Saturday or whether I'm doing one on Sunday. As it says in the description of the stream, it depends on when we're having this bonfire, because obviously next weekend is bonfire night. I think, is it Sunday? Sunday the 5th? Yeah, Saturday the 4th. So we're not sure quite what day we're having this bonfire and fireworks and such like that. So when I do know that, when we do decide upon what day it is, I'll let you know whether the stream is on Saturday or a Sunday. There'll be no midweek streams, just because, you know, I don't have the time necessarily to do one every day all week. But I'll try and do normally 1 or 2 at the end of the week. So what, like Friday, Saturday and Sunday, I'll try and do 1 or 2 then. Sometimes could be more than 1, sometimes I might have to take the weekend off and not do any. But now we are back streaming and I've got the setup fixed again. And now I do have some time to spend doing streams on a night. I will certainly be doing more live streams, and more often live streams on a weekend, just like I used to do. So, thank you very much indeed to everyone who has joined, who's been watching in the background, and to people who've been in the chat. People in the chat tonight is Jaden from On the Main Line, Pete from Pete's Transport and more. We've had Kurt from the Model Shed. We have had Joe from Northerner Transport Hub. and we have also had Timber Valley and Lee from Anfield Road Layout in the loft. So thank you very much everyone tonight for your requests. Nice ones as always. We've got some trains running we haven't had running for a while. The German one, the newly serviced 040 Tornado hasn't actually had much of a look in recently. So thank you very much indeed for joining today. Thank you for spending your Tuesday night with me. Thanks for commenting. Thank you for your requests. And thank you, as it says on the main screen, for helping me up to 350 subscribers. And we'll see if we can't maybe get close or maybe even surpass 400 subscribers by the end of 2023. So, thank you very much indeed for watching, and I do hope to see you again soon. Do take care, and bye for now.